In the last video we discovered that the HC sofa is always worth £4.19 because it's tied to the price of HC. This makes the item very good for storing your wealth and holding on to your wealth, because you will always know that the price of the sofa is £4.19. So I have £8.40 here with my two sofas. But what happens when a user has hundreds of HC sofas? Check out this trade city here. Let's count the amount of HC sofas in the room. I counted 66, which is about £275 worth of HCs. Now, when you have this many HCs, it's probably very tempting to branch out a little. Sure, it's good having an item that never goes down in value, never goes up in value, it's very stable, but how boring is that? You might as well invest in some riskier items that you like, or maybe you see it as an investment, because why not? It's a game and it's no fun just having 100 green sofas. And that's where today's video comes into play, the super rare. It is perfect in every way. The opulence, the majesticness, the sheer brilliance of this item left it desired by many but owned by few. The most famous item in Habbo history. This item was given away for free in 2002, yet it propelled itself to the upper echelons of items in the game. But there are whispers out there of items that are even rarer, even more valuable than the throne. And those, of course, are the super rares. A super rare is an item that is usually not available to obtain from the catalogue. You have to win it through competitions and getting it as prizes. This means that usually only a very limited amount of them exist, with people spending exorbitant amounts of furniture to trade for them. Well, what if I told you that we already have super rares in Habbo Origins? It's the Habbo trophy, the Bronze HABBO trophy to the left here. It is not available to buy in the catalogue. Us mortals cannot get access to this. You have to do something extraordinary in the eyes of the development team. This trophy is owned by a character called Deck, and what he did was he helped the lead developer Mackleby in fixing something. Now that is a bit vague, but if I had to hazard a guess, I believe he helped with some issues related to scripting or programming in Shockwave. Mackleby encountered a problem, Deck helped out, and in recognition of his help and skills, Mackleby gave him this bronze trophy. Boom! Here is a picture that I've taken from Deck's Twitter. We can see Mackleby there, he's got his badge on, staff badge, and he's given him the bronze trophy. Very nice. So we're back at my dive of a room. We've got these stupid trophies that don't say Habbo on them. But the reason why we're looking at these today is because, look, they have no description and no name, and this isn't by design. Currently, all of the descriptions are turned off in Habbo. They're probably sorting out some issues with scripting or something, so we can't actually see what descriptions say. So if I go back to Deck's room, you will see that the trophy is blank, but that's not actually what it should look like. So what should it look like? Let's take a look. So according to Deck, the description says, "Thanks for helping keep Habbo Hotel Origins a safe place." So it does appear that the Bronze HABBO trophy is the reward when someone reports a script or vulnerability in the game. It's just the way for the Habbo staff to recognise people that are making the game a safer place. With that in mind, it's quite difficult to obtain these. You can't just buy 50 credits and buy one, and as a result, the very scarce and rare nature of these trophies will lead to the item being very valuable if someone was to sell one of these. It could fetch upwards of 100 Habbo Club sofas. If someone was to spend £400 on Habbo Club memberships, they would get 100 club sofas, and I do think some people are crazy enough to spend that on this trophy. If we think back to the Trade City, that guy has almost 100 HCs as well as many other rares. When people start to get that much wealth, People want to offload their Habbo Club sofas for super rares, and the reason behind this is there's no point having 200 Habbo Club sofas in your hand if there's not enough space in a room to put them down. People want to show off their wealth, or some people like to do that, so once you get past a certain threshold of wealth, you have to start selling HCs and buying more valuable rares. A Bronze Habbo trophy could be worth a room full of Habbo Club sofas, and it only takes up a single tile. So yeah, I think that the Habbo Club trophy is probably priceless right now, in the sense that you could probably charge what you want for it. There will always be someone out there currently who is willing to spend most of their resources to get it, so the sky is the limit. We don't know how many of these are going to come out in the future, but yeah, you could probably sell this for like 200 HC right now, no problem. But because of the nature of the trophy, it does seem like most people will hold on to these, but I will update you guys in the future if any of these trophies happen to change hands in the future. I do believe there's multiple of them, as people have stated in the Discord. There's no official confirmation of this, but it does seem like if you do find a critical bug, then you probably will get one of these trophies in recognition, so there likely is more than one. So another interesting point is the fact that the trophy is bronze and not silver, not gold. And I do think that we can extract some information from this. I think it's a very good sign of where the developers' heads are at, in the sense that they're being very conservative in when and which rares to give away. I think they want to avoid making the mistake of releasing everything very fast, because it then takes the significance away from future rares. The developers very well could have released the Gold Habbo trophy for the bug bounty program, but they didn't do that. They decided to go for the bronze instead, and what that does is it leaves the silver and gold Habbo trophies available for other instances in the future. I think that's a good sign for where the game is headed, and we're not going to be seeing all of the traditional super rares being released straight away within the first month, and I personally think that's a good thing. Historically, in the past, some of these super rares were obtained from Funky Friday. You could get the best score in Battle Ball for the week. You could win a community competition, for example, building a themed room. So I do expect to see these again in the future, and I shall keep you updated with all of the happenings with the super rares in the future. So make sure to subscribe, and I shall see you guys tomorrow, where we're going to talk about the petal patch.